Hey guys, in honor of today being Eclipse Day, I thought, well, hell, I'll just do a video with my Eclipse glasses on. And I was reminded that I can't see shit with these things on, so we won't be doing that. Just in case you've been living under a rock, uh, April 8th, 2024, there's a total solar eclipse going from south to north across a big chunk of America. And I'm only going to have to drive about 25 miles to get into totality. Of course, I guess if you've been living under a rock, you're pretty much always in an eclipse. So good for you. I want to make a brief video that was requested to me in one of my comments about long kicks. And there's not a whole lot to them. Unfortunately, there's just a lot of practice that's involved in feeling stuff out. And I play these shots by feel, but that wasn't always the case when I was first starting to try to learn how to kick. Map stuff out and figure out what's going on and all that. One of the things that always bugged me is there's a cat. Well, the cat doesn't always bug me, just sometimes. Say I'm just going to just kick the 13 in. What do you do, right? World's hardest shot. But bear with me. I just wanted to have a simple example. A lot of the books and the instructors and the better players and stuff when I was younger would tell me, well, this diamond is halfway between, so that's what you aim at. And the problem with this on a lot of tables, if I aim at that diamond, on a lot of tables, a lot of times, a lot of weather conditions, this ball is going to come up short. It's going to have a tendency to come up short. Now this morning, it's going to go right in. So sensitive to humidity and all that too. But the thing about a shot like this, though, is you really don't want to hit. You don't want to aim at this diamond because you want to hit the rail in front of the diamond. Does that make sense? That will give you a true photon mirror type of a thing. And this is the only kind of shot where I think the photon mirror bullshit system, that I always call it that, where I think it's good. It's long kicks with no English at slow speed, like pocket speed. So what I want to do is I want to hit the rail in front of the diamond. But I can't aim at that either. Not if I want to be as accurate as possible. I can't aim at that because the roundness of the balls is still going to make me hit just a little bit this side of that point. What I really want to do is I want to hit I want to aim at the center of that ghost ball. That way I hit that cushion in the right place. Now from this perspective, the center of that ghost ball is about 1.5 inches that way from that diamond. But it's geometrically accurate, and that's good. Now sometimes it's kind of hard to see or visualize, the center of that ghost ball. Again, this is an easy shot. This is an easy kick. I'm just trying to put up the simplest explanation and sample that I can. If you're not really sure that you're seeing the center of the ghost ball correctly, seeing the center of the ghost ball, because you could be too close to the rail, you could be too far out, wherever. Another way to do it, I used to be a lot better at this type of visualization before I had LASIK, when I had better depth perception. Look at the very front of this cue ball. Not the front that's pointing towards where I want to aim, but the front, the part of this cue ball that is closest to the camera. That is the part of the cue ball that's got to hit the rail. So if I can aim the front of that cue ball at that point on that cushion, and then I just have to shift over a little bit so I'm actually hitting center ball. I don't want to aim at that point because then I'm putting left fingers on the shot in this case. But I want to just do it like that. In pocket speed and no English. When I'm hitting shots with no English, and this may really just be me, my stroking motion is typically basically only the shoulder. I'm not doing elbow only. I'm not doing elbow and then shoulder. I'm certainly not doing any of this wrist stuff when I'm trying to hit absolute vertical axis and at slow speeds on a shot like this. So I'll get on a shot like this and basically just pull back and then let gravity work for me. Just the shoulder. And then watch and make sure that I'm actually hitting it on a vertical axis, which I can see because of the knees of ball. And then it gets to go in. I've found that this kind of shot works. Oops, that was a good shot. This mirror bullshit system is fairly good if the balls are on this side of the side pockets. But I'm not going to try to kick this 13 in, okay? All I'm trying to do is get a hit on this 13. A lot of times in one pocket, say this is my pocket in one pocket, I'm just trying to get the cue ball between the 13 and the cushion. Knock the 13 a little bit this way. I'm not trying to kick it in, okay? Kick shots are hard, and there's a lot of luck involved in it. But in the olden days, somebody would have told me, well, aim at this diamond. Just like from down here. Here it's an even worse idea to aim at that diamond when you're up here at an angle like this. Still want to hit the same place. You want to hit the cushion in front of the diamond. And you can either imagine a ghost ball, or I can aim this very front part of the cue ball at that part of that cushion. Or in reality, like at this point in my career, I'm doing it by feel. But that's because I've done this kind of shot a million times, not doing it by feel because I didn't have any feel. I get on this shot, and I'm going to aim at the center of that ghost ball. Slow speed, no English. I get up here, further away in this pocket. The shot doesn't look like it's good. It looks like I'm going to miss. It looks like I'm going to scratch on the side. I'm going to miss on that side of everything. But, this is why you practice to kind of convince yourself that that's not the case. It doesn't look right. You trust it and get it to go in. That'd have been funny if I'd have made that 13. I was not trying to make 13, just trying to get a good hit. Just trying to get a good hit. As you come out, in other situations, of course, the examples that I just had, the cue ball and the Aussie ball are even. That just makes it kind of an easy thing to look at for demonstration purposes. If I'm going to do this kind of kick now, there's all kinds of geometric ways to determine where I want to hit on the cushion. All kinds. The way that I have always used is just a parallel system. And it's tough to visualize from this long a distance, but I want the cue ball here. I want the cue ball between the 13 and the rail. I want it to come in like this. So find the center of my imaginary cue ball, the center of my imaginary ghost ball. I guess all ghost balls are imaginary. Find that. Find the center between the center of the cue ball and the center of the real cue ball. And again, this is the part I always have a problem with. I'm lining up the center of this line with that point down there. And that's what I'm using my stick to. It's over the center and pointing at that point down there, and then come over parallel. Coming over parallel is the part I've always had a problem with. I tend to want to wobble as I come over for some reason, no matter how careful I am. You can see my cue wobbling. I get to that point, and no English and hit a soft. If I didn't wobble too badly, then again, probably going to get a hit. It's not guaranteed I'm going to get hit. That's the way I've always kind of calculated that type of shot. For these slow speed shots and a fairly steep angle, like these long kicks, the mirror photon bullshit system can be used. It can be used pretty effectively. You start shooting balls harder. You start putting side spin on the balls. Then you got to figure something else out. And that's where feel comes in. If I'm going to kick this 13 this time, but I want to use some speed for some reason. Say I want to go cushion first, hit 13, and then so the cue ball can escape back up there for something else up there. I can't shoot a pocket speed anymore. I can't even shoot to just kick the 13 straight in anymore because I want to go cushion first. So again, I'm doing all this by feel, but with this simple of an example, remember before I said it was 1.5 inches to the side of the diamond? Well, now I want to hit cushion first, so it's going to be like 2 inches to the side of the diamond. If I was going to hit pocket speed, but I'm not going to hit pocket speed. I'm going to hit it harder. Harder but tends to make things come up shorter. So I've got to go about 3 inches to this side of the diamond. This is all just feel stuff. You just practice stuff, and eventually you get to the point where you like, your stroke's consistent enough and all that, and you feel like you learned something. Didn't quite get that real first, so I needed to go, another 1/2 inch or something that way. That's what it is. It's just find out exactly where you want to hit through whatever method. Have a consistent stroke. I recommend no English, and slow speed is the one that works with this photon mirror thing. And then practice it, and eventually you get a feel for it, and you don't have to be doing this stuff nearly as often. I guess the very last thing I want to say about this is on bank shots, I have a strong tendency, and I don't think it's just me, to have banks come up short. I set this up exactly the same way as like my first example. But this time I'm going to hit the 14 into that same spot on the cushion. That spot on the cushion is supposed to hit right here, right in front of the diamond. It's supposed to hit the center of that ghost ball. Up short for me. And again, I don't think it's just me. It might be. Well, this one's going to go right in the hole because the camera's gone, but that's just the way things are. No English. Yeah, well, a little bit short. I don't know why bank shots come up shorter than kick shots. By the time the ball gets to the rail up there, it's definitely a naturally rolling cue ball. I guess that's the other thing that was probably obvious. But when I shoot this cue ball for one of these kicks I'm talking about, I'm hitting about 2/3 of the way up. I just want the cue ball to be naturally rolling as soon as it leaves my tip. In other words, I don't want to hit it center ball and be sliding a little bit and then open up. They can open up too much. That's a weird thing. I can also hit it bottom with low. And that's probably going to come short. It should come short. Curving into the pocket, wasn't it? Just a naturally rolling cue ball. Just at about 2/3 up. No side spin. And sometimes they go in, and it's fun when they go in. So I got to start planning my route for the Eclipse stuff because I know traffic is going to be a nightmare. And I will talk to you guys later. Thanks.